They promised millions, luxury cars, private jets, passive income. But behind every too good to be true investment was one brutal truth. It was too good to be true. In the last decade, millions of people around the world have lost everything chasing wealth, innovation, and the next big thing. These are the worst investment scams of the last 10 years. And the terrifying part is, most of them started with good intentions. Let's start with one of the most notorious names in financial crime, the crypto queen. Her name was Dr. Ruja Ignatova. Educated at Oxford, fluent in multiple languages, she presented herself as the face of the financial revolution. In 2016, she launched OneCoin, a new cryptocurrency she promised would rival Bitcoin. She appeared on stages in London, Dubai, and Singapore, wearing diamond necklaces and speaking about freedom from the banking system. Investors were mesmerized. OneCoin claimed to have its own blockchain, its own payment system, and a price that only seemed to go up. But what no one realized was that the blockchain didn't exist at all. It was all fake, a glorified Excel spreadsheet designed to look legitimate. By the time authorities caught on, more than $4 billion had disappeared. Thousands of people lost their life savings. And in 2017, the crypto queen herself boarded a plane to Greece and vanished. She's been missing ever since, and remains one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives. Next comes the story of a man whose death became one of the strangest mysteries in crypto history. His name was Gerald Cotton, the founder of Quadriga CX, a Canadian cryptocurrency exchange. Cotton was seen as a financial prodigy, someone who could make the complex world of crypto simple for the average investor. At its peak, Quadriga CX was handling hundreds of millions in transactions. But in 2018, Gerald Cotton suddenly died while on his honeymoon in India. His company released a statement claiming that only Cotton had the passwords to access over $190 million in customer funds, and that without him, the money was gone forever. But then the real story started to unravel. Forensic audits revealed that the money wasn't locked away. It had already been spent months before his supposed death. The wallets were empty. Some believe Cotton faked his death and escaped with the money. Others think he was simply overwhelmed and used investor funds to cover losses. Either way, thousands of people lost everything. Then there's the story of Trevor Milton, the founder of Nikola Motors, a company that promised to revolutionize the trucking industry with hydrogen-powered vehicles. Investors were ecstatic. The company's valuation soared into the billions. Milton went on television, promising a clean energy future and showcasing a sleek prototype truck gliding across a desert highway. But there was one problem. The truck wasn't driving. It was rolling downhill. The entire demonstration was a setup, gravity doing the work that an engine couldn't. When whistleblowers revealed the truth, Nikola's stock collapsed overnight. Milton was charged with securities fraud, accused of lying about nearly every aspect of the company's technology. He was later convicted. Another scam that captured global attention was Wirecard, a German fintech company once hailed as Europe's answer to PayPal. For years, it was celebrated as a symbol of European innovation. But in 2020, auditors discovered that $2 billion supposedly held in the company's accounts simply didn't exist. The company's CEO was arrested. The COO disappeared. And Germany was left reeling from one of the biggest corporate frauds in its history. And of course, who could forget the story of Elizabeth Holmes in Theranos, the company that claimed it could run hundreds of medical tests from a single drop of blood, backed by billionaires and politicians. Holmes was once celebrated as the youngest self-made female billionaire. But when journalists began asking questions, the truth collapsed. The technology never worked. Patients received false medical results. Investors lost hundreds of millions, and Holmes was eventually convicted of fraud. Different scams, different industries, but the pattern is always the same. A visionary founder with a revolutionary idea, a story that promises freedom, wealth, or progress, and an audience so desperate to believe they stop asking questions. The real genius behind these scams isn't just in the lies, it's in how they make people feel. They make you feel lucky to be included. They make you feel like you're getting in early like you're smarter than everyone else. But that's the trap. The moment you stop questioning, the moment you trust too easily, that's when someone else starts counting your money as their own. The worst investment scams of the last decade aren't just about greed. They're about hope and how easily it can be exploited. So the next time someone promises guaranteed returns, revolutionary technology, or a shortcut to wealth, remember, the bigger the promise, the bigger the lie hiding behind it. Because if history has taught us anything, it's this: the moment you think you can't lose, you already have.